Hi there, and thanks for joining us. You're listening to the Pension Life Podcast.
The Pension Scam Process, Part 2. Our last video in this series recreated the offshore pension scam process. We covered the setup and hard sell. The slick salesman prepared the unwitting victim and convinced him his pension would be better off out of the UK. The silver-tongued spiv, posing as an advisor, conned his new client with no problem at all. The poor victim was duped into believing he should transfer his pension into a QROPS, an overseas pension scheme. The con worked because the experienced scammer pressed all the right buttons.
Your pension would probably be better off in a QROPS because it would be looked after better, would be cheaper to manage, you'd pay less tax, and you wouldn't risk losing half of it when you die. Best of all, you'd get to choose your own pension investments.
Of course, the scammer didn't point out that once out of the UK, John's pension would have no protection. The complete control of John's money could now be squandered by the unqualified, unlicensed scammer.
Well, I've paid tax all my life, so I feel I've paid my dues. I definitely don't want to pay too much once I'm retired because every penny's going to count.
But sadly, he's played right into the scammer's hands. His precious pension will be transferred into a QROPS and then into an insurance death bond.
I worked for 30 years to build up that pension. I don't want anything to happen to it.
So, let's look at all the ways you can improve your pension and make sure it's protected.
But far from improving or protecting the investor's pension, the scammer has removed the precious retirement fund from the safety of the UK. He sent it off to Malta or Gibraltar and then onto the Isle of Man or Guernsey. The money is now well beyond the protection of British regulation or compensation. John has stressed how he wanted low risk, but has signed dozens of forms, and this will guarantee that his pension will be exposed to high risk. Darren didn't give him a chance to read or understand these long and complex forms. And the most important form of all was a blank investment dealing instruction. Once this has been signed by John, the scammer can copy it dozens of times and invest the pension money in whatever pays the highest commission. The whole point of this scam is for the scammer to make money out of the victim by a whole series of hidden commissions.
My firm would charge you a small fee for setting up the transfer and then looking after your pension investments moving forwards.
But what will actually happen is the scammer will openly charge 3 or 4 or more % in setup fees, plus 1 or 2% a year service charge. But under the table, he will earn a further 7% hidden commission from the death office, such as Quilter International, Utmost International, RL360, or Friends Provident.
And then we can start investing your pension and making it grow, so you'll be able to have a happy and healthy retirement.
John and all of the other victims will be a long way from being happy or healthy, because the death office has a platform that the scammer will use to pick the highest commission investments. So John's pension fund will be used to line the scammer's pockets for the next 10 years, as he will be stuck in the death bond for that long. Investments that pay the highest commissions, such as structured notes and unregulated collective investment schemes, are also the highest in terms of risk. John's pension can now only lose money, and as the value of his hard-earned retirement saving goes down and down, the scammer's commission will keep going up and up. John, along with all the other victims, will end up losing part or all of his pension. He may well lose his home, see his marriage break up, develop depression or life-threatening illness. He may even take his own life. But John and his dire poverty will be long forgotten by the slick, silver-tongued scammer. He'll be busy rubbing his hands with glee at his next batch of victims. Because there's plenty of them, and this form of pension fraud is showing no sign of slowing down anytime soon.
And that's it for today's Pension Life podcast. For more information, please visit www.pension-life.com.